Welcome to the Weekly Look Ahead, where we take a look at gold, dollar, a couple exchanges, and Bitcoin. Also, make sure to like and subscribe so you get these updates as they're released. Now let's look ahead. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Look Ahead. So this is the Weekly Look Ahead, and this is for the week of May 19th, 2025. So let's take a look at gold, starting off there. Now, gold has had its pullback. So we had it pulling back last week. It did hit our target down here in the neighborhood of about 3,100, a little more than that. But it did come back. It retested this channel line. And now what we're looking for as this week goes on, probably a range week. I don't expect a breakout to the top side, maybe a retest back down to the bottom. And then we range, and then we finally start to make our move back to the top side. So gold, I'm expecting to stay in a range this week, possibly coming back down and testing the top of the channel. So again, gold is a range trade. So what does that mean? Well, that means when we're down here in the 1 hour charts, we're trading this in a type of range. Okay, so we've had this range we've been following. But again, this range could continue. So we could see something like this. Let me pull it back here. Here's the breakout. We come down here in a substructure channel line range. And what we're looking for is maybe something like this. We could see something to where, let me mark it out here. We could see a kind of a sideways move. We may even come up and retest this and come back down and retest this. We may even do that. That would keep us in that range, but we could tighten up here and then slowly do a breakout and something like that. So I don't think we get all those moves this week, but that's what we'd be looking for in the coming weeks. So we'll either go sideways here between this bottom here, which was the low around 3,121, to a high of either 3,251 or maybe 3,347, and that will be the range that we'll stay in, barring nothing crazy happens in the markets. That's where we'll be staying at this week. So I would look for a range trade in gold. So Dixie, we see weak candles to the upside. So far, I don't see a bullish momentum coming into this. However, we did break above support, now resistance. We're going to see this candle, and what we're looking for on this candle forming this week, we're looking for an inside candle, meaning again, a range week for dollar. So on dollar, we're going to be looking for this range. So we had a breakout. We're back into the channel, retested it twice here and here, and we're looking for a downside move. So we're looking for something between here at 101.23 and 99.80 for this week to stay in that range. Maybe this week we start to break out of this channel to the downside. I don't know. But if we do, we will come back down here to a 98.12 for the week if we do break out. So that's what we'd be looking for if we break out of this kind of sideways channel. It's a little upside, it's a little substructure there, but we're looking for that to break out eventually. Whether it happens this week or next, we'll see. But again, longer term, we're looking for a downside move in the Dixie. Okay, Bitcoin, once again, we're testing this very large channel. Now, we've had a decent pullback here, and, we should be able to get the swing to push out of this, but it's still having a hard time. So we see we had a hit once, and it came back. We had a hit second, and it came back, and now we're on our third hit, okay? So here's the deal. If we hold here, we could see, again, we're forming a possible outside candle here. And if it closes this week below previous week's low, which was set in about 720,000, we could be seeing a continuation of Bitcoin down to 97,067. Now, I don't believe that will happen this week, but we could see a move down to that next level that's blows past this support level here at $720,000. So we can see it blow past that, and that gives us an outside candle. Do I think that's going to happen? It looks like it could, and I'll show you the reason why in this. So in the 4-hour chart, we have a wedge, and we've been holding. This wedge started at this big channel line, and we've been holding there. Now, what would cause this to happen? Well, we broke out of the wedge. We came back, we retested it, broke out again, but this is the candle that really says something, is this one right here on the 4-hour. It broke back in, and it's staying inside the wedge. Now, if you know anything about trading, when you have a wedge and you break out of it, then you break back into it, that is a tall tale sign that we could be heading for a more aggressive short side of this trade. So how do we determine if it's going to go short or long? Well, what we're going to look for is if we break below this wedge. So we do something like this. Just say price breaks below this wedge, comes down to this channel, comes back up, retests this bottom side channel of the wedge, and then fails there and moves down and breaks the channel. If that happens, then BTC or Bitcoin is going to go much lower. And what we would look for is a break, a retest here, and then a trade entry there to the short side. Okay. And that would go down. Whoops, didn't hit that right. What's it doing there? There we go. That would make a move down to this next support zone, which hangs around 93,082, 824. That's what we'd be looking for if we break this channel. So watching that very closely, again, this high, big, large weekly channel is holding so far. And if it holds, we're going to get a more aggressive pullback in the BTC. So look for that. Again, I'm neutral till I see those breaks, and then I'd be on the downside. If we break above, that's pretty easy trade. Just get long on the pullbacks. NASDAQ is facing a very big resistant level here now. So it's broken this channel. It's coming back to retest it. Okay. So we're at the retest level. So we're getting a pullback here. We opened up the session pre-Asia. We jumped down, and last week we jumped up on open. So there is a possibility that we could have a aggressive pullback here. We shall see, but this is again what we're looking for as we go down into smaller term charts. So we have this pretty aggressive hold on this level here. And if we hold there, what we'd be looking for is a break of the smaller term channel. Now, the smaller term channel is this one right here. So this is the one that climbed us out of the abyss last week. And what we're looking for is we're looking to see if this channel holds. So again, two ways this can go, and we're going to mark them out here for you. So we want to see this channel hold like this. But then on the return trip, we want to see a break back up and through if we're going to get long this. If we simply come up and we hit a lower high, and we hit this, and we hit this, and we hit this, we're just wedging for a breakout to do this. Okay. And if we do this, we're going to climb all the way down to about 20, somewhere in the neighborhood of 20, let's just go 2350. So if we break this, that's where we're going to head to. So be careful. Again, I expect this to bounce when it comes up here and hold, but I am waiting. I'm neutral. I'm not long or short. I'm neutral. I'm just seeing how it reacts to this channel line here. And if it begins to lose its mojo to the top side, we're going to get short this down to that level this week. So just pay attention to how it reacts against the channels. The Dow is at pretty much the same situation. So we have this channel. It's coming up to retest. It's opened up down in the mud here. And we're looking at this same scenario to see if it holds here or if it doesn't and starts to roll back over. So again, when we're down there in the smaller term charts, we are looking here and we're seeing a possible double top form. Now it's not there yet, but again, we'll know if it's a double top if it breaks the level. So if it breaks this level right here, then it comes down and retests. So we would see something like this, a eventual break, a retest, and a continuation. Then we know that this is headed for a further or much larger pullback, okay? Again, the same thing here. We have our channel that we're working off of. So here's the channel right here, okay? And the bottom of the channel sits about right there. So if it breaks and retest, it's going much further, and it's going to go for a retest. I would say the first one is going to sit there about 39,864. So that's what we're looking for if it breaks to the downside. Again, if it breaks the upside, it's the opposite thing. It's up, retest, and continuation. We're going to wrap it up here with oil. So this week, oil still holding the channel here, but I believe it's going to break. It started to break last week. It pulled back up, but I believe this is going to break. We're going to see, it come down to a major further support. So we've had support here. I'm probably going to be looking for a move down into this congestion zone, which sets about 53 to 50. Somewhere in there is where I'm going to look for it to hold. But yeah, that's what we're looking for in oil. Again, if you want to join us, learn how to trade like the pros do, go ahead and click the link in the description of this video and come join us. So this is it for this week. We'll be posting the daily look aheads, but this is the overall weekly look ahead. Hope this helps. Take care. Good luck in your trading.